Hi, I'm Steve Diggs. Welcome back. This is Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. Today, I want to talk with you about the need to stay healthy. If you're going to succeed in anything that counts, you need to do the best you can to stay healthy. That's the fact. That's the truth. Here's the deal. Our good health is what allows most of us to work, and our work is what allows most of us to build some wealth. Sick is expensive. And I think we owe it to our families to stay well. Now, I get it. I know there are some things we can't control. We don't know where all cancers come from. There are heart diseases that we cannot control. I know all of that, and I'm sympathetic to it. If we get T-boned in an intersection, we can't control that. But on the other side, there are lots of things that we do have some control over. And like I said, one of the most loving things you can do for your family and for the people you lead is to do the best you can to stay healthy. The truth is, I can do this or I can do something else. Some years ago, back when I was 39 years old, I had 5 heart bypasses. And I realized then that I could either continue eating junk food all the time or I could have some more time with my family. But I couldn't do both. I opted to throw out the junk food and to hang with my family. This, by the way, back in those days was the file folder that I used every time I had my blood numbers checked to see how I was doing. It forced me to open up this file, and every time I did it, I could see my family. These were the people that I was doing this for. These were the people that I was eating all this stuff I didn't really like for. These were the people that I was going to the gym when I didn't feel like it for. These were the people that I was trying to stay healthy for. The truth is, we can't have everything. The trick to everything is to figure out what is most important and go with that. So, how does one stay well? Well, the best way to do it is to select your parents carefully. But short of that, let me give you what I call the C approach. These are 3 things that if you will do them, you will probably see a better day ahead. Now again, before you do this, check with your medical professionals, make sure that it's okay. I'm not a doc, I'm not giving advice. I'm simply sharing 3 things that have worked well for me. Number 1, get adequate sleep. Listen, we're living in a nation that is horribly sleep deprived. Many adults, a high percentage of adults, never get enough sleep. This leads to all kinds of bad stuff. Way reduced work production for one, but it also leads to all kinds of diseases and illnesses, including depression. The average adult probably needs 7 or 8 hours of sleep per night. We need to turn off the phones, we need to get into a dark room, and we need to get some serious sleep. This is important. Number 2, we need to learn how to eat properly. This means that we do not eat ourselves in the grave. We stay away from the 3 deadly whites: salt, white flour, and sugar. Not that we can't have some of this, but we need to avoid overdoing these things. Most people, most adults that are relatively active probably need, and this is just me saying it, you need to check on it, but I'm assuming about 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. We need to kind of work within that. We need to make sure that we're not picking up needless weight. And finally, number 3, let's get out and exercise. Let's get out and do some work that gets our heart rate up and works. And again, get your doctor's approval on this. But for me, what I learned a long time ago was that if I would work out at least 3 days a week and get my heart rate up to about 70 or 80% of its maximum level and hold it there for about 30 minutes at a time, it did me some real good. Now, by the way, how do you know what your heart rate is and all this carrying on? Well, the way I do it, and you can check on this, make sure that it's right and it works for you, but the way I do it, I take the number 220 and I subtract from that number my age. Whatever that number is roughly what my maximum heart rate is. And then I would like to exercise and get my heart rate up to about 70 or 80% of that amount. That has worked well for me. Again, get your doctor's advice, approval, make sure that this is a good plan and that it works for you. But these 3 things, the C approach, have helped me a lot. I feel great, I feel healthy, happy, and terrific. And I'm telling you, it is important, especially if you're going to maintain an effective, active lifestyle. My name is Steve Diggs. This has been Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. I'll see you next time.